mic working? Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir, yes.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
We're doing good,
You?
sir.
It's very nice to meet all of you. I'll let Nick kind of guide this meeting through or do all the introductions, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so actually they really wanted to meet you so that they would know that they're working for someone, that Ben is real. So J Boy, that to answer your question, yes, Ben is real. You're able to
Yeah.
meet him now. And okay, so basically the team just wants to have like a meet and greet, and at the same time you have questions with like how you want to handle fans that have custom requests, also with like you have questions, J Boy, particularly with other fans as well. You mentioned. And yeah, anything that you wanted to ask Ben with regards to our model. So later on, once you have that, I'll also be updating you with our current uh the new model that's gonna be handled by um one of you plus two other chatters. So I'll have Ben first to introduce yourself, and then we can have questions after that.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet all of you guys officially. Um, my name is Ben. I've been in the OnlyFans space or doing the adult management for I want to say 5 years now. I started exclusively on OnlyFans, or before that, I did a lot of digital management and like sales and marketing for products and brands, and then transitioned over to like the OnlyFans space because it was doing really well during the pandemic. Um, I've had I've had two previous agencies with different partners and managed, I want to say, at least a few dozen clients over the years. Um, the first people that, well, you might be familiar with some of the names. Have you guys ever heard of Lava Girl? Or like, I can send you some of the people, but we started with finding people that didn't have OnlyFans, pitching it to them, and building everybody from scratch. Now that takes a lot of work. So now we only work with models that have a good following. So it just makes it easier for the team, so we don't have to like start from scratch with everything. Nick and I are like started this to expand on the Fansly side. I know that a lot of people that have OnlyFans management now that are bigger models, but nobody at least out here specializes in Fansly. So I thought it would be a good space for us to fill because there's a lot of need, and we're essentially just doing the same. We're essentially doing the same thing, but making them extra money without having to do any extra work. Because all of the content that we're using on Fansly, they shot all of that stuff for OnlyFans, right? Yeah. Some of the models that we will be bringing on are some of the models that we're bringing on. Eventually, we may get their OnlyFans as well, but the starting point will probably always be with the Fansleys. Let me see. Is there anything else I'm missing here? I think that's more or less like kind of my background, at least like more professional background in the space. Personal background, I was born and raised here in Los Angeles in the United States. My both of my parents are at least half Filipino. My mom is Filipino and like Italian, and my dad is Filipino and Chinese. My mom is from Manila. My dad is from Baguio. I personally have not gone out there, although I will be going out there next year. And yeah, I think that's about it. Does anybody have any questions about or anything that they want to say about themselves?
Yeah, let's start with J Boy for your self introduction and then your questions.
Uh, hello, Sir Ben. I'm J-Boy. I'm 31 years old, and I'm already working as OnlyFans chatter um, for about 9 months now. And yeah, actually, working on Lila, I see before, or I saw that Lila actually have a good content, the usual, but body type of girls that mostly guys will be fall on. But
Mm-hmm.
I saw that the list of his fans, like actually recently, we move or we put a tag, or yeah, those fans that already here on Lila's account for about 3 to 7 months, but don't have any did not spend any amount of money, also did not
Mm-hmm.
subscribe. So I start to tag them as time waster, because every time that we send yeah, they are included. And oftentimes we need to spend time just replying on their messages or their question, but actually we ended up on nothing. So for now we are trying to work on details on Lila's account. Actually, I am hesitated to do that before, because I don't know. I did not yet confirm if it is okay to do that on Lila's account. And also there's a lot of list that or fans list that is not yet what is this categorized. So for example, um, oftentimes when we do we just excluded the time
Mm-hmm.
waster and not respond because actually it happens before that when I was on shift, then I send to this specific funds that I don't know, that we are not allowed to respond because he almost bought Lila's all account. And
Okay, so
mhm.
are you saying that the time waster list was made by the previous team?
Possibly that's what I'm seeing in Lila's account, that those fans that is considered as time waster is not properly tagged as waster. So every time we send oftentimes they are the one we actually expecting that, oh, this is a fans that possible is a possible spender, but not actually. When I try to scroll up the conversation and how months they are here on Lila's account, and I saw no, this possible time waster, so I need to tag this one first. And but I try to continue the conversation with that friends and try to
Mm-hmm.
build rapport and try to transition the message from the usual talk or knowing each other, the basic information of the fans, and trying to tell basic information of also of Lila. But in the end, that I found out, oh, this is actually a time waster. So I put this one, try to listen to conversation until yeah, until we ended up ignoring each other.
I see. Okay, so thank you for that. I think so.
Recording in progress.
The past team. Well, there have been one, two. There were two past teams on here. One of them was a team that was with me before,
Mhm.
and there was also a team before that. We didn't utilize the lists a lot, and I didn't give any instruction to utilize any of the lists. So the time waster category, or like the one BC cheap, like no money, all of those other things. I have I don't really have any insight into the lists. Um, if my suggestion from this point forward is we should make our own lists for the account, and we can essentially every start every sub from scratch, basically, or like treat everybody like a new person. And then if they fall back into like the time waster category, or like they're not spending money or whatever, then we can put them back into that list.
Mhm.
I think we should make a note to put together a list of the lists that we should make, so that you guys can put them into the appropriate categories.
Okay.
So thank you for that. I did have a question, and this is not just for J-Boy, but for everybody. The spenders that you have found on the account so far, are they existing subs, or are they newer connections that you have made, or like newer people?
Based on my experience, I will just share my experience personally. Those spenders that I saw from my teammates also and from mine is actually a new spender. I was able to sell content to the previous spender, but just few. But recently, all of those people spend and generate sales per Lila's account is I consider and I saw based on their information that they are new subscribers, new fans on Lila's account.
Okay. So I'm just wondering if we should spend more time on reaching out to people rather than like maintaining. Well, I think the main goal for the account. Well, let me back up and give a little bit of history. Her account 2 months ago had a lot of actually no. Let me back up a little bit more. 1 sec. No, you're good. The the way that Fansly is different from OnlyFans or the way that we're managing that it's different, or the difference in our management is that we are not relying on any outside promotions. Like Layla does have the link to her Fansly in her bio on her Instagram, but she's not actively pushing towards it. And the other people that we will be bringing on, they're not actively going to be pushing towards it either. So the majority of the traffic that we have, or like the subs that are coming in, are coming from the For You page. Is everybody familiar with those posts? I'm sure you guys have seen them. But that being said, about 2 months ago, we had a lot of traffic on the For You page, and we had a lot of like subs coming in. But the account was the account ran into some issues and went through a suspension. And during the suspension period, a lot of the subs that came in previously were not notified that their subscriptions were going to expire, or they were not notified to renew their subscriptions. So a lot of the subs fell off, and a lot of the like traffic and the momentum slowed down. So like I think I'm trying to I think there are a lot of people that a lot of people that have spent money before, that if we reached out to them again, we could get them back into like a good rotation of like becoming a whale, or just buying mass messages and whatnot. Like currently she's at 345 subs. I think at the peak we were around, I want to say 13 to 1400 subs. And this was just through all the For You page stuff. Her boyfriend and I are actively working to put together For You page posts, and we're like slowly building up the traffic again. So is everybody on the account right now? Or is everyone logged in? Well, actually, you'll notice when the subs come in, like, so when something starts to go viral on the For You page. But yeah, I'll talk to Nick about that after. Does anybody else have any questions, like any comments?
Hello guys.
About Angelica.
No, ma'am. Actually, I just wanting to ask if we have any contract, ma'am.
Well, we can set that up, but as I mentioned, that this is not an agency per se. It's like a direct. I'm just a headhunter, and I am connecting you with Ben, and we can. Actually, I don't know about that, because
If you
are not.
we can put something we can put something together. The originally what I wanted to do was make sure that everybody was competent and like everybody was like let everything settle and like get into the groove and see if it's the right fit before we start formalizing those things. Nick and I have staffed some other accounts and worked on some other accounts together, and some people will be good in the beginning and then like they'll just not like well their performance will go down once they start to get comfortable, or like they just won't like they won't show up to shifts, and we're just like, or they'll have like, I don't know, attitude problems. Like we just ran into some problems, so we just wanted to make sure that everything was settled before we went through that. But definitely open to it when the time comes.
Yeah. So hope that answers your question, Angelica.
Yes, thank you po.
Yeah, but you can also yeah, do you have something new?
I was gonna say, as well, all of you have been on the account for almost like a few weeks now. If, in your opinion, what could be done outside of, like, what could Layla do, or what can we produce, or what can she make in order to bring up the sales, or like, what are people asking for?
Yeah, yeah. About that serpent, actually, one of the possibilities that I'm saying right now while working on Lila's account is that beside from she need to make new account make new content, because as I tried to check his Lila account right now, his videos is from August, I guess August. Yeah, the recent content that she had on his account, her account, and also about the custom video. Actually, when someone asks about a question, custom request, I just for now, since sorry, before this meeting, because we don't have actually a clear what is it, information about the custom request, if she can't do a custom request from fans. I just say that okay, it will take a month for her to make a custom request. Just like I just based on my experience before working on other models, where when the fans is asking about a custom request, I just, I did not say yeah, yes, I can do that.
Your blind time, yeah.
Yeah, I just give them time frame so that we can able to ask you, or you can ask Lila if she can do this specific content, and yeah.
Yeah. In my experience with her, she is open to. If I ask her, she will be open to the custom request. Will she do it in time? It's like it's a 50-50. So like I'll ask a lot of the things that I've asked her, she'll be like, yeah, I'll do that. I'm down for that. Whatever it is. I'll ask her for a time frame. She'll give me a time frame, and it usually takes a little bit longer for her to do it. I expect around this time of year it would probably take even longer because of the holidays. She might be she's doing stuff with family and whatnot. And she doesn't shoot every day. She has like very specific days that she shoots on. Her next shooting day is going to be on, one sec. Saturday. Which Saturday? My Saturday. So in 2 days is going to be her next shooting day. If there is specific types of content that people are asking for, or specific content that all of you guys think would do well, if you give that to me before Saturday, or if you give it to me, I'll put together a list and I can give it to them and make sure that it gets done, and then to put it back into the vault. While on that topic, as far as the vault goes, does anybody have any notes on how it's organized? Like, should we move things around? Should we, do you think it? Yeah, do you like the way that it's organized, or do you think it should change, or what are your thoughts on it?
For me, Sir Ben, I think we can make a little bit changes on the
Mhm.
release on some information on Lila's account. Actually, one thing that bothered me early for the past days when working with Lila's account is when these fans subscribe on Lila's account. I think they're a bit confused about the information showing on the profile. Like when they subscribe on this for $10, they will get just content, because after that they're actually asking, oh, it says I will receive a free content or videos just like that, and I think that's a bit confusing because of what information showing on her profile about the subscription.
Okay, let me double check, right, or let me just look at this right now because I have the account open. We'll go to settings here, account. Actually, no, not here. Your dashboard, I think. Your dashboard plans. So, under subscribe, there are 20% off of PVs, priority chatting, custom requests for the first one.
Mhm.
For VIPs, it's not there. Edit subscription, free sexting. Under the subscription tiers, it doesn't show that they're gonna get anything for free.
Mhm.
Is it, maybe it's in like the welcome message?
Yeah, actually, it's like that is related to the welcome
With
message.
regards to the welcome message, there's an automatic message that gets sent when someone subscribes, and it asks for their favorite color. But sometimes the color they give doesn't match any specific outfit that
Mhm.
Layla has.
Do you have a suggestion for the automated message?
Hmm. I think we're trying to think about that, Sir Ben. What would be the better welcome message so that it not, confused, will not be make the fans confused about what Lila will offer after they subscribe.
Okay. I think we should go through this and figure it out, since you guys are going to be the ones that are on the account, so we can put together a process that is works, or that you guys are fully aware of from top to bottom, and you know exactly what to do with what information. I mean, I don't know how long this call was supposed to go, but I'm happy to happy to get all of this stuff out of the way now. If anybody wanted to go through all of this or help me out with it. 1 second.
I think it would be faster if, for example, you, J Boy, notice that. You can put it in writing, add it in Slack. I'll set up a channel where all the suggestions will be there so that we can also look at it. And then, yeah, I think that will be faster since all of you are seeing different things as well. So all of you we can touch bases with it all together. So that can help us really do it fast. Do it fast because Ben, by the way, is also traveling in 2 days, right?
Yeah.
So not be able to be reachable that much, but since we have
I'll actually be more on your time than not. In the transition period, though, I'll probably be jet lagged and I won't be as available. Over the next 2 days, my goal was to make sure that everybody was 100% clear on the account on what everybody should be doing, what our daily targets are, where new content is coming in from and when it's coming in, how what we should be selling, and then all of the admin stuff as well. So what our payment structure is, what our payment schedules are, bonuses and commissions and all that other stuff. So I wanted to make sure that all that was done with you guys for Layla, and then possibly the other account as well. Or start talking about the other account if I am not or if I'm not reachable, like everybody knows exactly what it is that they should be doing, and everybody is, what's it called? Like, and Nick is fully up to speed on everything, so you can ask her. So yeah. What did you say, Jay?
Yes, hello.
Schedule and
Quotas or the target, Miss Nick. Actually, you mentioned earlier or the last meeting that we have about the target, and actually that's not still clear on me what was the target is and what is the benefit of reaching those target or those quota.
okay. So initially, I discussed with you that each of you should have $350 to $400 per shift target. That's for an 8-hour shift. So since you're still on four
Provisional.
of you is handling all the 24-hour shift and you're still on trial period, but well, you graduated since you're already on the regular base pay. Right now we're still holding on to the $3 per hour base pay, and then I told you later on we'll be discussing the tiered commission structure.
Mm-hmm.
So
May I?
yeah, go ahead.
So, the reason that we have the structure that we have now is we want there to be, well, the account was doing a lot more before, when there was more traffic coming in and we had more momentum because our posts were essentially going viral, right? Ever since the account was reinstated, it has not it hasn't stabilized, or we don't know what the average amount per shift should be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're in like this testing period, because if we use the numbers from before, then the amount per shift would be significantly or a lot higher than it is now. So we want to see where it evens out so that we could give realistic targets for everybody and make realistic tiers. The way that the tier system should work, though, is everybody has a base per account. If it hits the first tier, the hourly rate will essentially be bumped up for that. Be bumped up for that pay period, and it's done on an average, or I think we're gonna do it on an average, not by day, but probably by week, so that like if there is one off day, or like people or there's just like a low traffic day or whatever it is, it doesn't affect like it's the performance your performance as a whole. It's not just like nitpicking everything. But yeah, that's how the tier system was designed, or like how we wanted to set it up. Did you guys have any questions about that?
No. No, sir, Ben. Actually, Miss Nick, the next question that I have is about the schedule, because we are actually trying to message each other. It's like Mommy Ruella, and she was asking if it is possible for us, which is because right now the two of us are working for hours for shift a day, and she was asking if it is possible for us to the four of us to have 6 hour shifts per day.
Like 4
Yeah,
6-hour
with that,
shifts?
I did create a temporary schedule to be rolled out, but since Ben mentioned that we'll have a new model, so I think changing the whole structure of the schedule would be messy. So I would have to stick with the current shift, and then we'll have to move some chatters to the other one, so that it would not disrupt your current schedule. So it's gonna be 2 hours.
Yes.
Out of everybody here, who would rather, or like who is comfortable on Layla's account versus moving over to another account? Or have you already decided that, Nick?
With me, I was about to discuss with them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think what I think we should do, or yeah, well, I think that you and I, Nick, and one other person, or maybe two other people, should go through all of the like the day-to-day tasks and standardize everything, or make everything like a schedule for everything, and then implement it on Layla's account and have everything running smoothly, and then that person will also be the person that transitions over to Mia, and then make sure that the new people that are coming in follow the schedule. Like follow the schedule and like follow all of the procedures. I think that like the person that I communicate with the most obviously is going to be you, but I think it would be valuable if one of the chatters were to help facilitate all of this, just because they know all of the ins and outs, and it's like kind of what they're doing. So I think the input would be valuable.
Okay. Okay, among them, actually, I discussed it with them that Cyril is the most, is the top on the list based on our screening process.
Mhm.
So, and Cyril has been also telling me suggestions directly. And I think we can have Cyril on for the transition for the other account. And then Ruella, on the other hand, also has the most experience with Fancy. So I would also like to bring her on. Since I see that Jade Boy and Angelica has been doing great with Layla. Jade Boy has a lot of inputs, and we can it would be helpful and wise to have him and Angelica stay with Layla's account, and then have one new chatter for Layla.
Okay.
One more, so one more for Layla, and then we'll have one more for
Mia.
Mia, and we're gonna stick to the 8-hour
Yes.
shifts. Will we have a float? Will we have a floater?
We'll have floaters. Yeah. So yes, that would be an option as well. So we'll have. I am about to talk to 4 other chatters after this. So
Okay.
I'll be able to discuss with them as well.
Okay. Well, you and I can talk about that. We can talk about that after.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I wanted to go over? Does anybody? Well, first of all, does anybody have any other questions or like comments about the account or the process, or like anything that they think we can improve on?
How about Rowella? Since you have like the most experience with Fansly, do you have any suggestions?
I think more sexting provide.
Like sexting content?
Yes.
When you say sexting content, do you mean like sets, like sexting sets?
Yes.
Okay, I think she has a lot of that. It's just not, and this goes back to the vault situation. I think it's there, but it's just not categorized correctly. What I've been doing, or one sec, let's see if I can screen share on here. I should be able to, right?
Yes, you should. But we'll be ending the call in like 5 minutes because it's not paid soon.
I mean, we can do this. We can do the call through Slack. No,
Yeah, we can huddle in Slack.
we can either do it in Slack, or it can be done on Discord as well, because Discord does screen share and everything as well. It's
Yeah,
up to you.
we can actually, since everybody's in Slack, then we can do Slack. Have a huddle there. We can end the call and then we can have a huddle in Slack.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, move over there.
Okay.
Bye.
Record.